Nearly about 12 years, the Special CBI Court in Mumbai has pronounced its verdict on the alleged fake encounter case of Sohrabuddin Sheikh, Tulsi Prajapati and also the rape and murder of Kausar Bi, who was a key witness in the case. Now, all 22 accused have been acquitted in the case. The court has also said that the prosecution was unable to prove the conspiracy theory and the circumstantial evidence was not substantial. Now, the court has also rejected the plea to re-examine the witnesses. Sohrabuddin and Prajapati, remember, had been killed in Gujarat in 2005 and 2006, allegedly in a fake encounter. Now, the encounters of the gangsters, Sohrabuddin and Tulsi and the disappearance of the former's wife, Kausar Bi, during 2005-06, had a major political fallout in BJP-ruled Gujarat. Now, the prosecution had told the court that Sohrabuddin reportedly had connections with the Lashkar-e-Taiba and was reportedly conspiring to assassinate an important political leader, presumably the then Chief Minister and the present Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In 2010, this case was transferred to the Central Bureau of Investigation. The Special CBI Court had examined the 210 witnesses during the trial, and then on the 5th of December, the court had reserved its order. Initially, 38 people had been made accused in the case. However, during the trial, 16 of them had been discharged, and those discharged included the BJP President Amit Shah, who was the Home Minister of Gujarat at the time of the encounter, and former Deputy Inspector General of Gujarat's Anti-Terrorism Squad, DG Vanzara, and also Gulab Chand Kataria, the Home Minister of Rajasthan. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by our Senior Political Affairs Editor, Kartikeya Sharma, who's joining us from New Delhi. Kartikeya, this is a significant case that's been going on for a long time now. So what exactly are the details that have emerged?
See, the detail is that all 22 accused in this case, the remaining 22 accused have been acquitted for the want of evidence which the court says, which is circumstantial in nature, is not substantial. Now, the court also refused to re-examine the plea that witnesses should be heard again. That was also rejected. But let me just rewind a bit.
Right.
Why Sohrabuddin case was so important nationally? Sohrabuddin case was all about killing of Kausar Bi, Sohrabuddin and Tulsi Prajapati. Now, this encounter took place in 2005. They were taken off from the bus in November 23rd, 2005, and the whole case was about that it was a fake encounter. Now, in this fake encounter, a lot of scrutiny took place. Vanzara, an IPS officer, including then Home Minister of Gujarat, Amit Shah, a lot of people were investigated in this case. Now, such was the seriousness and heat of the trial that a lot of people were not only asked not to stay in Gujarat, but certain people also witnessed imprisonment, pre-trial imprisonment. But over a period of time, for example, Amit Shah, that time was Minister of State for Home in Gujarat. The court found him innocent and said his name was included in inquiry for political reasons. Vanzara was also let off because there was no evidence against him. So there were a lot of people, more than 100 people, they were examined. Now, the case had multiple sides. It became a political issue. At that point of time in India, Narendra Modi was Chief Minister of Gujarat. Right. BJP had lost election in 2004. Vajpayee was fading out. L.K. Advani was taking over the party. He used to be the Deputy Prime Minister in 2004. So there was a sea change taking place in Bharatiya Janata Party. And at that point of time, Modi had not emerged in the so-called colloquial word which we use, Hindu Hriday Samrat, or someone who personifies the sentiments of large majority in India, or majority aspiration of the majority. So UPA attacked the Gujarat government, Bharatiya Janata Party, that this was done. It assumed political color, it assumed religious color. A lot of people felt that it was a conspiracy hashed at the highest level. A lot of people in Delhi found that this is a political tool to hammer Modi. A lot of people in Gujarat felt that he was being unnecessarily targeted by UPA. So this is the politics of the Sohrabuddin case which made it a national story. You see, if you look at this, multiple lines of arguments will come out. But we, as a mainstream media organization, we stick to what the courts have said.
Absolutely. So, that is the point. So what is the premise on which now 22 of these individuals, we are given to understand most of these were low-level police officials who were accused in this case. On what basis has the court now discharged them?
A good question. Now, court has said a number of things, and let me read this to you. Now, judge says that Sohrabuddin died of bullet injury is established.
Right.
Now, judge says if there were weapons, they were not seized, and it's not enough to establish. A witness turning hostile, not prosecution's fault. So basically what the judge is saying, that you have not been able to establish a theory of conspiracy. Now a lot of naysayers would say that, well, you know, the witnesses turned hostile because they were being politically pressurized. But that's the politics of a story. That is a politics of a crime.
Absolutely.
Now the legal story stops here, but the legal story does not have a full stop. The legal story has stopped at the trial level. The matter will go to High Court, the matter will go to the Supreme Court. So it's not going to end like this. So matter will be challenged. But right now, all of them have been acquitted. And it's a relief for the Bharatiya Janata Party's government for one simple reason. Because I'm 100% sure that this matter will again regain political momentum, because Congress party in India will attack.
Karthikeya, let's leave politics aside here. Let's forget the fact that there are some high-profile names that are associated with it. But the fact of the matter is there are 3 individuals who've been killed in what was said to be a fake encounter, and our legal system has failed after 12-13 years to actually establish and catch hold of the culprits responsible for the extrajudicial murder. That is what an encounter effectively is of these 3 individuals.
See, the jury will be out on it. There are many times that the verdicts of the trial court has been turned aside by the higher courts. It has happened, you look at the Jessica Lal case. What was the verdict of the trial court? What happened in the High Court? Or you look at the way Sajjan Kumar's case meandered. First there was no case, now there is a case. Now courts have rejected his petition. He will have to surrender by 30th of December. But as of now, it's a political relief to the ruling dispensation 1, because there is no case of conspiracy which is being established. We have not gone into the finer details of the case. Like for example, in the finer detail of the Sajjan Kumar case, the judge said it was a genocide. The political parties never used the word, but judge said that the killing of the Sikhs was akin to genocide. Genocide is a word generally we relate to what happened in Nazi Germany, where Jews were killed.
Karthikeya, I'll have to interrupt you there, because I'm told that we're also joined in by Aishwarya Bhati, who is a senior Supreme Court lawyer. Aishwarya Bhati, this is a verdict that's now been given out by the Special CBI Court. All of those accused have now been discharged because presumably there was not enough evidence. What do you make of this?
Well, the matter has gone through the trial. After the investigation, we all know that how high profile this matter was. It was done under the scrutiny of the Supreme Court of the country, and the trial was also transferred to another state to ensure that it is done. Justice is not only done, it is appeared to have been done also. And after trial, this judgment has come. Of course, we haven't seen the judgment yet, so it's difficult to comment on the merits of the judgment. It will have to go through the legal process of appeal, etc. But the appeals will only reappreciate the same evidence that has already been recorded in trial. And our judicial system follows a very adversarial system of proof that is required for a crime to be established and people's liberties to be taken away. So if the witnesses have not supported, if to start with the evidence was fabricated or got up evidence, then obviously it does not stand the scrutiny in the trial.
Absolutely, so, ma'am. Leaving the politics aside, because this is a case, that is very high profile, that has got political ramifications, but leaving the politics aside, the fact of the matter is there were 3 people who were killed in what can only be described as extrajudicial killing, and we can't seem to find the killers of these 3 people.
Well, our judicial system works like this only. We have an adversarial system where the crime has to be established beyond the shadow of all reasonable doubt. Now, if you and I can call these extrajudicial killings as much as we like, but the fact is that today it has gone through the entire criminal justice system. It has gone through the rigors of the trial. And in the trial, the evidence has not been found sufficient to convict. So you also can't convict innocent people if there is or insufficient evidence against them.
That is true, because the earlier people, they had all been discharged, and later on the 22 accused were all low-level police officials who have now been discharged by the Special CBI Court. Karthikeya, you wanted to comment on this?
Yes, I just wanted to read out certain parts because, it's the last judgment of the present judge. He said, you know, basically I'm translating from, because he said this in Hindi and I'm translating in English. He said, this is my last order, I'm retiring, but my sympathies is with the Prajapati family. I say this with sadness, a tinge of sadness, that prosecution was unable to prove his theory. And judge also said that, well, it's not prosecution's fault that witnesses turned hostile. It's not prosecution's fault. So, well, you know, these things happen in judiciary. For rectification, any other thing, people can go to High Court. You know, that's a, you know, it happens all the time. But as of now, of the development of, you know, in context of the development of this story, all 22 people have been acquitted.
Right.
Politically, it will have a ramification in the sense that BJP can say that UPA tried to use it and politically use against our leaders. The court has given a verdict. It is like, for example, the Raja's verdict. You know, Raja has been acquitted in 2G scam. You know, Congress said, well, we had been saying that there was no corruption case, but the matter has gone to the court. So, you know, High Court can take a different view. In this case, a High Court can take a different view. So, you know, the legal story has not stopped. It is one stop of the larger story that they have been acquitted and the prosecution has been failed to establish its story. And the judge goes by the evidence. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely. The judge will go by the evidence that is presented. But Ms. Bhatti, if I can come to you on this, if you're still with us on the phone line. You know, this is a case that's gone on for about 12, 13 years. The killings took place in 2005, 2006. They were described as, you know, fake encounters at that very time. But, you know, as a state which looks to try and provide justice, you know, as the justice system, where are we going wrong? Because effectively what we're saying is, look, these deaths happened, but we can't seem to find the killers.
See, we'll have to understand that our criminal system, the crime has to be proved beyond the shadow of reasonable doubt. Now, where we are going wrong is the initial stages of investigation and trial. I mean, this matter still saw a lot of scrutiny. It saw a lot of monitoring. The Supreme Court was directly monitoring the matter and, you know, making sure that judges, it's the same judge who doesn't even get transferred when the trial is over. It's shifted out to a different state. You know, a lot was done to make sure that this trial goes on and investigation goes on. The officers who were investigating, their tenures were protected and their transfer, etc., permissions had to be taken from Supreme Court. But see the irony of the system. My colleague here was speaking about the convictions that have happened in the Sikh riot case. Now, 4 decades late, I mean, 3.5, 4 decades late, that is the biggest irony of the system. If justice cannot be delivered in time, then justice becomes a casualty here.
Absolutely. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Ms. Bhatti, because we're completely out of time. Thank you very much indeed to Kartikeya Sharma as well. You know, this in many ways is the irony of the Indian justice system. In the anti-Sikh riots, it took 34 years for justice to in fact be delivered. In this case, the case has gone on for about 12, 13 years. It is a special CBI court which has now discharged all 22 accused. Let's also reiterate the fact that all of these were low-level police officials who were in the dock, and the earlier 16, so the top-level officials and also some of the politicians, because this case has some very serious ramifications, had been let off due to a lack of evidence because reportedly witnesses turned hostile. This is something that we as India will have to ponder over.